Shoboy Show. It's your very own reality show, Spanglish style.
Kill me.
Bienvenidos al After Party aquí en el Shoboy Show. We got some special guests in the building. Carlos Torres y Jessica Rosales. You gotta love them because they are the creators of our favorite Latino card game que se llama Yo Sabo.
Hey.
For all the no sabos, baby!
Arriba los bochos.
So, bienvenidos, guys, al Shoboy Show. Carlos y Jessica. Y'all are married for people that don't know.
Yes. We are married. Estamos casados.
And this is your first baby, Yo Sabo.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, actually, our third. Imagine.
Our third. Oh,
our two
yeah.
dogs. We had two
okay.
dogs.
We had two dogs, not two babies.
Two dogs. The dogs came before the game.
Yep.
No, hey, I just want to thank you guys before we hear your amazing story and how it is. I want to get two parts of it, right? Like the creative side of it, pero also el sacrificio de crear tu propio negocio. And a lot of our listeners want to build their own businesses, so we definitely want to learn from that. And honestly, bro, like Latino-owned businesses are booming right now.
Yeah.
They really are. So felicidades and thank you for inspiring. But I want to thank you personally because y'all saved our last Thanksgiving. Literalmente, we had hella familia coming over para el Día del Turkey.
Yes.
And my wife was like, babe, make sure you get Yo Sabo the game para jugar aquí, que este que el otro. They're cards and you got to basically translate it, you know? Por ejemplo, sale la tarjeta, voy a decir, de un zapato, no? Or whatever. How do you say this in Spanish? How do you say this in English?
Vacuum.
Exactly. Aspiradora. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. But I'm like, yeah, babe, I got it. All of a sudden, I go to their website and they're sold out
Can't get it.
because I waited to the last minute. Pero no me agüito.
Hey.
So I'm like, dude, what do I do? Gracias a Dios, I had already had talked to Carlos a couple years ago when they were just starting this and we had chatted, que este que el otro. So me atreví a hablarle. I'm like, yo, Carlos, bro, save me. Mi mujer me va a matar, bro. Do you have any Yo Sabo games like at your house or your warehouse? I'll drive anywhere. And he's like, sí, güey. He said, come over to my house.
Nice.
I was like, skirt. Literally, bro, took off. I think it was Thanksgiving
It was
Day.
Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving Day. You pulled
Shoboy.
up.
En la mañanita.
Yeah.
Te digo, hijo.
No, but I had gone to the website the day before. Anyways, I pull up and then I was like, I really couldn't find it. I think it's like a townhouse type of setup.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of townhouses back to back to back.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, which one is it? Which one is it?
No.
And de repente I was like, I think I know which one it is.
Let's go. Tamales.
Pozole.
Oh, forget
That
it.
pozole smell coming all the way out. They opened the door and I was like, bro, I get the Yo Sabo game and pozole.
For to go.
Let's go.
Qué
No,
rico.
but thank you guys so much. You guys saved our Thanksgiving. We had so much fun playing Yo Sabo. So
Yeah.
tell us, what year is it? What is going on in your lives when the idea of creating Yo Sabo, the card game, came up?
Yeah. So it was after COVID, right? I think a lot of ideas came out after COVID.
Yes.
And we had a lot of free time. And then me and Jess felt like we weren't doing enough with our lives. We were just watching Netflix at the end of the day and all that stuff. And then I had always wanted to do a business.
Our listeners, everybody in here feeling guilty? They're like, prima
Me on my third
but you know-
binge show. No, just kidding.
But you know why? It's because we worked from home, so we didn't have a commute. So right
So
a
now
las
we saved
5,
2 hours.
a las 5
before.
salvamos 2 horas, no manejar.
Yeah.
And then we were just like, all right, what do we watch today? But that's when I was like, I really always wanted to start a business. My mom was always a big entrepreneur. She sold gold, Avon, housekeeper by herself, right? All that stuff.
Mi
And then-
respetos.
yeah.
El
thank you.
Herbalife, el Tupperware.
Yeah.
Just hustlers.
Mary
you know?
Kay?
Everything.
Mary
yeah.
Kay?
Very-
Mary Kay.
And she was always instilling that in me. And then I remember I kept asking Jess, like, ¿cómo se dice this? ¿Cómo se dice that? All the time when we were living with her grandma. And I was like, man, I really lost my Spanish. I'm a big no sabo. I'm a huge no sabo. What happened? And I was looking back at my life and I was like, okay, well then, it's obvious, right? I didn't take a Spanish class in college. I didn't develop my Spanish in high school. I wasn't talking to Jess in Spanish. No, I wasn't coqueteando in Spanish,
Right.
So I lost it, right? And so then I was like, Jess, if I'm having this problem, I bet you there's a ton of people also having this issue, right? Not connecting back with their Latino roots, not practicing their Spanish all the time.
Y poder hablar chido con tus abuelitos, como dices, or in this case, your wife's abuelita.
Exactly, right? And that's true, right? Because we see that with Jess's youngest brother, right? Like, he can't express himself properly in Spanish.
I have to be the mediator.
Yeah, Jess is the mediator.
He's calling me, and my mom's like, ¿Qué dijo? I'm like, okay, let me go talk to him. I call him. ¿Qué le estás diciendo?
Yeah.
So I'm like, translating in between.
That way there's no misunderstandings,
Claro que sí.
After that, I was like, cool, and we thought of the idea. Jess really put it to the next level when she added prueba times and chocolate challenges. We went to Jess's brother, who's like our graphic designer, but he's also a freelance graphic designer, has done a lot of work.
That's awesome.
And he presented it to us. Hey, this is what I think it should look like. These are the people that I think we should print with. And then that's how it started. We took out some money from our savings and we just went for it.
So take me a step even further back in time, hermano. Where were you born, Carlos, and where were you born, Jess?
I was born in Garden Grove,
California, Southern California.
California, yeah. And then Carlos was in.
I was born in LA, born and raised in LA all my life.
And your parents, where are they from? Your roots?
Oh, my mom is from Puebla. I never met my dad. I don't know where he's from.
Yeah, my grandma's from Guerrero, and my dad grew up in El DF.
El DF.
Yeah.
Venga, and Jess, in your household, ¿sí aprendiste español growing up?
Yeah, yo sí, porque fui la primera. Soy la única mujer en la casa, entonces, like, I had to teach my brothers everything.
Right.
But what ended up happening is that, like, we're all close in age, right? So we all started speaking English to each other. I'm only talking Spanish to my mom. Le digo, ma, esto, el otro. And then all of a sudden we go back to English. So it's like that thing. And then I'm like, it doesn't occur to us that we should just be speaking Spanish to each other. I don't know if it was because we're trying to hide stuff, trying to like be sneaky over here, talking between us as siblings that we just don't want them to understand. So I feel like, then between the siblings, like we're not speaking Spanish anymore as much as we want to, unless we're talking to the whole family.
Right. Jess, you bring up a great point. Y la razón por qué mi esposa habla tan bien el español. Yo soy inmigrante. Nací en México, en Ocotlán, Jalisco, México. Immigrated when I was 5. Pero mi esposa I'm super Mexicano. Mi esposa's like times 1,000.
Yeah.
And I was just amazed by it. Because the whole time I thought she was born in Mexico and raised in Mexico, went to school over there. Pero sus papás no la dejaban hablar inglés. Ni a ella ni a su hermano en la casa.
Sí.
Literally, they would get phone calls. Sus amiguitos. Hi, is Janet there? They're like, hey, no speaking English. And they would hang up. They wouldn't let them speak in English on the phone with their friends. And literally, it was for that. They're like, no queremos secretos. No sabemos qué están diciendo.
Ándale.
We don't want, we need to know what's going on in your lives. And if you're out here speaking English, and they didn't know English very well at that time.
Yeah.
So because of that, they had that rule.
Yeah.
And I feel now as parents, like myself, my daughters are 6 and 8, we've been a lot more lenient, and it's a lot easier just to sometimes communicate in English, especially with their schoolwork y esto y que el otro. Pero something my wife and I did is like, okay, from here on out, tú háblales nomás en español, I'll talk to them in English, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're doing a lot better with their español because we don't want them to miss out and talking to abuelitos and missing out on those stories that are handed down from our abuelitos.
Yeah.
It's that's our culture. That's our history.
Yeah, con ellos siempre, el español primero, because even to this day, my grandma doesn't speak English. I know they understand it now. Like, I'm sure they understand. They just don't tell us.
El de
Pretending.
motherfucker.
Pretending.
Puras malas palabras.
No, yeah, entonces ellos entienden. And then that's why even with the game, because with parents or my parents and my grandma, they know words here and there.
Right.
So it's always about like, okay, ¿cómo se dice esto, el otro? And then, that's why I feel like we always go back to, it's something so simple, but like we created it in a way where let's get the whole family going.
Right. It could be used vice versa, like from a no Sabo standpoint, or from somebody that knows English or knows Spanish, like, oh, ¿cómo se dice esta palabra en inglés?
Yeah.
And then
or
you
then
say
they
it,
start
right?
saying like, is it porque somos de rancho? And then like they start saying their own translations or like what they started saying in their own hometowns. But
Love that.
Yeah, because before you guys created this, we used to do something in our family where we would play loteria like many Mexican or Latino families.
Yes.
And we would always get Eddie, el no sabo, or his brother Georgie to read the cards.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Because it was so funny, bro. Like la cholupa or chalupa or this or that, or whatever. But I'm so glad you guys came up with these essentially flashcards.
Yeah.
For you, Carlos, to learn Spanish. And the way we've been using it now too, the other way around, to learn English.
Yeah, exactly. And
Right?
I think that's what like a lot of parents like, because all the kids will be playing,
Right.
and then los padres, they're listening like, ¿qué andan jugando? And it's like, así no se dice, you know? And so
Yeah.
that's what like helps the whole family start playing, right? And we love that.
And that's a great point, Carlos, because now more than ever, you know, what's going on between parents and kids because of the language barrier.
Right.
Yeah.
They're spending less and less time together. Y hoy más que nunca con los celulares, YouTube, you know, you see kids and teenagers, what are they? On their headphones or AirPods, disconnected from their families.
Streaming.
So, yeah, streaming,
What's
whatever
up,
it is.
chat?
Video games, etc., right? everyone?
W's in the chat.
Right?
W's,
Y de esta
let's go.
manera, you're bringing the family together, carnal, para que convivan and actually hang out.
Yeah, and add some alcohol to it, because the only times I played, I add alcohol
That's
to
right.
it, and I've
That's
got it pretty
right.
litty. and
That's
I'm
right.
always winning because I know Spanish. Well, in this case, I know Spanish, but when it's like conversational, yeah, not really.
Prima Vane only knows Spanish when she's lit.
Right, I'm like, me sale muy bien.
Yeah. It flows out better.
Guys, in starting your own business, what has been the biggest sacrifice for you, especially being a married couple, in getting your business off the ground and being where it's at today? ¿Qué es lo más que han sacrificado? And maybe a moment where you guys were like, yo, I don't think we're going to make it.
Yeah, I think, you know, I think time, right? I think time sucks, because sometimes it doesn't feel like we have enough time in the day. And sometimes we just feel like we're constantly pushing out content, constantly going out, but we're not focused on each other, right? And so that's very difficult because we're married, right? We've only been married for a little while. Me and Jess have known each other for a very long time, more than 10 years. We met in college, freshman year. But now it's like we're running a business together. And so like, even if we go out to like a music festival, right? Sometimes maybe like half of the time or 70% of the time it feels like we're working instead of like actually enjoying time with each other. And so that-
Promoting the Sabo game.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen those highlights or those videos
Yeah.
on TikTok and IG that have gotten you guys so popular. Is you guys testing people with the flashcards. ¿Cómo se dice esto? ¿Cómo se dice el otro?
Yeah.
Exactly. And so like all that like feels like it's a big sacrifice, right? You're sacrificing your time. You're sacrificing kind of like date night for that. Last year during the holiday season, like you mentioned, right, Thanksgiving, that season was crazy. I don't think we ever took a break during those last 3 months of the year.
Random people showing up at your house, being like, yo, you got a Sabo game?
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Me showing up at their house? Hey, véndanme uno.
It's even crazier though, because we're not in big stores. We're with mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
And they carry like 20 games, you know, 20,
Right.
10, non-stop. They called us and they were like, what's going on? We've had 20 calls. We have people waiting outside, like trying to get your game. Like, I need more as soon as possible. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, you know, but like it just blew up. Everyone's trying to get it, you know, like it's on fire. But like during that whole holiday season, right, it didn't feel like me and Jess like got the time to spend with our families, right? Like, granted, Jess's family helps us pack, which is super helpful, but
Right.
it's like a lot of work, right? It's like, okay, guy, I swear one day it was like 8 hours, right? It was like start packing at like 7 a.m, take the break to eat, continue packing, and then we were so tired that we just went home afterwards. Like we didn't get to spend.
I'm glad
it.
that you bring up the packaging, because I love that. Like you said, like your whole family, even Jess, your grandma, she's right there packaging the stuff. So like you said, like full circle moment, you know,
Yeah.
like you started this game like to help others communicate, you know, with their loved ones. And now here she is like a part of the whole assembly line, you know, which is
Yeah.
great. I love it.
Yeah.
And she loves it too. You know, she loves working with us because it gives her like that sense of she's doing something great.
Yeah.
Right.
Porque
And
los
she's-
abuelitos nunca se quieren sentar. Like,
Yeah.
she's like, ¿qué
Oh, yeah.
hago? Les ayudo aquí.
Yeah.
Me la paso limpiando, pero quiero ayudarles. Like, she's always there.
Yeah.
I
Also,
love it.
speaking about your sacrifice, wasn't it also where you all, you know, to save money, y'all had to live together with hella more people?
Yeah. So
Ya
we-
de casados.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, no.
We're engaged.
We were engaged.
Yeah.
You guys were engaged at the time, and who else were you all living with to save money to be able to launch your business?
My parents, my 3 brothers, my grandma, and our 2 dogs.
Wow.
And we were all sharing. We were sharing a bedroom with my mom because she
Yeah.
worked the night shift. So it's like
3
when
people.
we would leave the
Opposites.
room, yeah, she would sleep in there, and then and my brothers, all 3 of them, they're already older in their 20s. Well, my little brother's 21 right now, but they all 3 of them in one bedroom, and then my grandma was with my dad because Like my parents are separated.
Okay.
They are. It's been known that they've been separated for a while. But my grandma is my dad's mom, so they shared a room.
Wow.
So then so that's how we all got along, coexisted, and you know.
But that just shows you how much love Jess's family has because
Yes.
I'm literally sharing a room with their mom, you know?
Yeah.
Like me and Jess are in one bed and then her mom is in another bed in the same room.
As a newly engaged couple, you know,
newly
whereas
engaged.
you guys would want your space to be
Yeah.
like, you know, come on, practicing.
Yeah, exactly, right?
How
And-
many of you are sleeping in your suegra's bed?
That could be cool.
Not in that way. Not in that way. A little too close.
But that's better there.
but that's right. Like that's like I grew up in a very small apartment, right, with 7 people. It was a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom, 7 people,
Yeah.
right? And so that's why when I went to that home, right, we purchased that townhome to save money, and we are like trying to make our next steps. And they were all so willing to do that, right? They're like, yeah, let's put in everything together. Let's all pay
Right.
rent together. So we were able to save up a lot of money. But yeah, that was a huge sacrifice. We lived in that home for like 2-3 years.
How many rooms did it have?
Tenía
3
tres.
bedrooms.
Yeah.
3 bedrooms, and you're talking about what, a good 8 or 10 people?
3 brothers.
8 and 2 dogs.
Yeah, 8 and 2 dogs. 8 and
Let's
2
go.
dogs. Yeah.
¿Y los perros también dormían en la cama de tu suegra?
Hey, don't tell her.
En la noche.
No wonder she's like, hey, estos pelos.
She has allergies.
No, for real though.
Oh yeah, but I'm sure there had to be some. We're all fascinated by this. I'm sure there had to be times where your mom didn't work overnight. So where would you all sleep?
In there?
Yeah,
we would sleep in there.
we put a divider.
Oh, yeah, we had a divider.
From IKEA. You know, like the little foldable ones.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it would just be there.
A partition.
Yeah,
A
partition.
partition.
Yeah.
I thought they just divided the bed con una
Oh,
almohada.
imagine
Mi
just a body-
campito.
What do they call those?
the body
baby beds?
pillow? The body pillow in the middle?
Carlos was the body pillow.
He's all laid down.
He's
I
all
like this.
Como Pancho Villa.
Wow, you saying he's big?
Pancho Villa con sus 2 mujeres a la orilla.
Oh, no, so boy.
Man. Now,
But
and what's been for you guys with the Yo Sabo game? What has been the biggest breakthrough where you guys were like, man, it's worth it? You know what I'm saying? What was that moment for you guys where like the business is booming, gracias a Dios, all that sacrifice, all that hard work is paying off?
I know for me, what I can say is that I quit my job 2 months ago, my full-time job.
Yeah, congrats.
So that was a big, like, we're doing this, it's happening.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have been able to do it without Carlos's support too, because we were like sitting down for a while, and then even from the beginning of the year, we were thinking about it and all the things that we had to do, all the editing that we have to do, all the content filming, all the planning. It was kind of getting hard, and I was telling Carlos, I'm like, we either need a dedicated worker for this, or like one of us takes the jump. And then Carlos was already seeing like how much I was kind of not really enjoying my job. Yes, I was in it to just make money for us, right? But it wasn't really a passion. And
What were you doing beforehand?
I was in supplier quality. So I was a quality assurance specialist, and I was just basically auditing companies here and there.
Yeah, it sounds boring.
Yeah,
No, just
exactly.
like-
No, it is.
She was
It is a boring
a desk jockey.
job.
I'll
It's
take
a
no
Desk
desk
jockey.
job.
Or yo Sabo. Yeah, I'll take that any day.
Just play.
Yeah, and then growing up, like being the oldest daughter, I felt like I had to jump into a career right away. And with my brothers, they're all graphic designers. Even my little brother going to Cal State LA, he's doing photography. He's going with his friends on tour to be their photographer, videographer. And I'm like, how come, like in my mind, I'm like, I really want to do something that is not traditional. Because para nosotros it's like, eres doctor, abogado, lo que sea, and then para que hagas dinero para tu familia. And I'm like, well, I need to do that. But at the same time, now in my 30s, I'm like, I want to do more. Like what Carlos is saying, I'm like, I want to do
enjoy
something
it.
creative.
And enjoy
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Fill your purpose, fulfill
Yeah.
your cup. Yeah.
But it was scary because I'm like, well, I'm the oldest daughter. I have to be a role model.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I'm like, well, if I sacrificed being that for so many years to be my parents' parent, to take care of them, take care of my grandma, and show my brothers like to follow their dreams, why can't I? So that's why I was like,
Come on.
That's beautiful, Jess.
thank you.
Yeah, I think that's what I love about Jess, because she when she says she was her parents, like she was literally her parents' parents, right? She
Right.
had to walk them through like the separation, the father losing the home, right? Because the home got foreclosed on.
Right.
Her taking the lead on all the family financials, trying to make sure like
Being the
what's
head of the
going on.
family in a sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she literally was
Your
her
brothers
parents' parent.
handling them, I'm
handling
sure.
the brothers because when they have problems or questions or issues, they go to Jess.
Right.
You know, they don't go to the mom and dad. They go to Jess. And so that's why Jess, like I told Jess, I was like, I think it's time for you to be selfish, right? And look at yourself, right?
And selfish in the good way.
In the good way, yeah.
In the sense of like, te toca a ti.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? And put yourself first now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And so,
girl. I mean, cause sorry to cut you off, but you've already like you guys both as a couple have already accomplished so much. I know you're just saying like, oh, you know, you being in your job, maybe you weren't having that sense of fulfillment, but or even like that, you know, to your brothers. But girl, you know, they see how hard you guys both work, you know what I mean? But how great that now, you know, you get to be selfish. I took that decision too at the beginning of the year. You know, I worked 2 jobs for a long time. And now I finally have my opportunity here with the Shoboy show. And I decided to take that leap. And ever since I did, you know, doors have been opening, opportunities have been happening. So that's great that now, you know, and Shoboy had always mentioned that to me too. Like, you know, you can't come to a place and try to give your 100 when you're only at 70%. You know what I mean? So now that you're going to be at the full 100, like, and y'all were already doing so much with the game, you know, like now that you're going to be able to give all that, imagine where y'all are going to be able to go, you know?
Yeah.
That's exciting. Yes.
Love that, yeah. And I think we've taken it to the next level. You know, we've been more accepting of opportunities, right? It was crazy. Like 2 weeks ago, you know, last month, actually July, right? We went to Atlanta with TikTok. They wanted us to talk about our Latino owned small business.
Nice.
We went with them, talked about it there, caught the flight, and then caught it back. And we landed at LAX at noon. Jess had to go do a cooking competition at 3 p.m. So it was like boom, boom, boom.
Booked
like
and busy.
Rockstar, right? Yeah,
Where
booked
the
and
cookies
busy.
at?
I love
Where
that.
the cookies at?
Oh, where's the food at, girl? Man, practice over here. No, just kidding.
Congratulations, guys. I love it when people make decisions based on faith and not on fear.
Yeah.
And when you make that jump, you know, that's when God really blesses you, because God says, okay, you're trusting me. And when you look at God, like his promises are plans to prosper us and not to harm us, but to give us hope in our future. And that's why it's so important to take those leaps of faith like you guys did, right? Obviamente, calculadamente, you know, and strategically, you know, not just a lo way.
Willy-nilly.
Yeah, we're not just saying quit your job, guys, right now. Like, have a plan, you know?
Speaking about finances and for the business, in short, without going too long before we wrap up, because we still got to play the game, Prima Vana versus Eddie.
Yeah.
Did you guys get out a business loan? Take us through the process of like, how did you create your own business? Is it an LLC? How did you do that?
Oh, yeah.
You know, just in case our listeners want to launch their own business, what do you recommend?
Yeah, so we definitely we didn't take out a loan, but we took out some money from our savings in order to start the process of printing. We were very fortunate where the first, you know, because whenever you go into business with the actual product, you go into debt right away. You purchase 500 decks, you're in debt already, right? For that purchase. But then what we kept doing was we just kept reinvesting it, right? Reinvesting. So we didn't pay ourselves for like the first 2 years, I believe.
Nice.
First 2 years, it was just constant going back and forth, because you need to take whatever profit you had and put it back.
Reinvest it.
Doing inventory, right? So yeah, like you said, Showboy, definitely file for an LLC, right, with the Secretary of State of California. Come up with your business name. Come up with liability insurance. Liability insurance is really, really something important that every business should have. It's super cheap too. You just need it.
And that's just in case somebody wants to sue you.
Yes. Yeah.
Or let's say you guys are out doing videos and you're doing the Sabo game with people grabbing content. Somebody trips over you.
Yeah.
And they want to sue you.
Yeah.
Like liability insurance will cover that situation.
Nice.
Yeah.
We have liability insurance here.
Dang it.
Ah, shoot. You don't want to sue me. No te voy a dar nada. You want to sue the insurance. You know what? Just don't sue me at all, please. I'm just kidding. Never mind.
But that's super important, having all of that stuff.
Nice.
And then, once you feel comfortable, you move your stuff from an LLC to get taxed like as an S corp, it's called. So that way that it doesn't go to your personal finances. Then you have like an accountant that looks at all your stuff and makes sure that you're doing proper business expenses, you know, and filing all that stuff, paying your employees. So Jess, like you mentioned, right, she's now an employee of Sabo. She gets
Let's
that ADP
go,
paycheck.
Jess.
You know? So it's all of that
payroll.
stuff. But yeah, definitely.
Treat her right.
Yeah.
What kind of bonuses does she get?
I know that. She's been asking. She's been asking.
OT, girl.
She's just like,
She's like, how about our own room? No, just like,
Right here, let me put put a number down.
She passes it to herself.
Right?
Okay, that looks good.
Oh, she's all just a date night. No, just kidding. She's like, no content for a day. Oh, no,
Oh,
just kidding.
that's so no, but
Yeah.
we did that now. So on our calendar, we put no content, no work day,
Just for you guys.
just rest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
we
love
had to
that.
do that because our month started to get crazy. You know.
Yeah, no, and that's the reality of it, because there are a lot of businesses where couples going together and it's 24/7 the business.
Yeah.
And even on the date night, you're talking about the business.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Pero es muy importante, like I share with our listeners, and my wife and I have been married for 14 years now, and something that we constantly need to remind ourselves of is never stop dating each other. Never stop conquistando a la persona.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like getting them
Pursuing
to
her.
fall in love with you. Yes.
Yeah.
Pursuing her, pursuing him, doing the things that got you to where you're at.
Oh.
You know, you can never stop, because marriage is not the finish line.
Yeah.
That's just the beginning of the marathon.
Yeah.
Right? So congratulations. That's so awesome to hear that y'all are aware of that, because the last thing you want is to have a successful business and no peace at home
Yeah.
because your marriage is ruined.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
Trust.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds like, you know, like it's like a downer, but that's so true, you know, because me and Jess I still consider us very young. What'd you call me earlier?
How old are you guys?
An
What'd
unk?
you call me?
No, I was just kidding.
Did I say unk?
Peter Pan?
Oh no, I was telling him about how guys have Peter Pan syndrome when they get older, because then they start like thinking that they don't feel old,
Yeah.
but they
I'm a
are.
real,
Yeah.
I'm a real boy. No, that's
Yeah.
Pinocchio.
But I told Jess, like, I don't feel old, you know, but I think it's because Jess keeps us young.
I think it's
right?
my little brother.
And her little brother is so funny. Like, he's so young, and so he's teaching us slang.
He keeps you like,
yeah,
Yeah.
he keeps us young.
That's what's up, guys. Oh, well, thank you for that wisdom. All right, let's play a little battle real quick.
Let's
Play.
play.
Prima Vane versus
Dance battle.
Eddie, el presidente del No Sabo crew. Oh, by the way, where can our listeners get Yo Sabo the game?
Yeah, Yo Sabo the Game is available on Amazon.com. Make sure to check it out for free shipping, or on our website, YoSaboTheGame.com. And if you are on TikTok Shop, we do sell on TikTok Shop. We always got deals out there. We always got free gifts. Right now, we're doing free stickers with every order. So make sure to check it out, all three of those areas.
Pa que sepan. And the second edition just dropped.
The second edition
And
just
we have
dropped.
that here for you
We
guys.
have that
We're
here.
gonna test you guys
Shoot,
with
I
it.
haven't practiced this one.
Thank you so
Big-
much.
Big props to Jess. She was really the one that led the project on this. You know, I still work my regular job. I love my regular job, so I don't plan on leaving it. So she took the lead on.
What's the
Versiones.
difference between the first and second edition?
It's a little harder.
It's a little harder.
Because everyone was asking for it. And then I know for some of the cards on the bottom, we included translations from across Latin America.
Oh, cool.
So there might be some on there that are said in like Puerto Rico. Like,
Yeah, that's what's tough, right?
Yeah.
About nuestro lenguaje en español is that
Yeah.
in Mexico, you may say something one way.
Yeah.
In El Salvador, another way.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Colombia. And then people get mad, bro.
Yeah, like,
People get mad.
That's not how we say it.
Yeah. No, Shobo, you bring up a great point, okay? Because we want to address this, okay? Because people always have a comment about that, right? They're like, well, that's not the word that I know, right? And then they'll be like, I don't like this game because it doesn't have the word that I know. And it's like, well, that's the point, right? Because we're learning Spanish from all over Latin America. It's just like, you know, like it's great to
Right.
learn.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
rather than just being correct. Imagine you knew all the answers. How
Yeah.
boring would that be?
No, it's
Dang,
like
I mean, not really. No, just
like we always have to clear it up because we're heard in 40 cities across the U.S. Gracias a Dios
Yes.
y el equipo and our listeners and partes de Mexico. But we always got to clear it up because we'll be like, oh, bro, estoy bien torta. And torta to us is like that big ass sandwich,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
right, a torta.
But in Puerto Rico and other parts, it's a cake. It's pastel.
yeah.
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 So
I mean, I'll
it's
be
like
that too.
cake.
Come eat me. Cut me, take a slice, the whole thing, anything.
But anyways, all right. So can you lead the way, Carlos and Jess, por favor?
Yes.
About to play Yo Sabo the game.
Okay.
Prima Vane versus Eddie,
All
el
right.
presidente del No Sabo crew. Arriba, ocho.
Okay, ¿cómo se dice?
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh,
Can we do it this way? Do you guys want to make a sound for our listeners? Who's gonna answer
Oh, yeah,
first?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What sound are you gonna make? ¿Cuál animal quieres, Prima?
I'll do a whale. Mwah.
Ready?
I'll do a monkey.
Le gusta la banana. Here we go.
for the listeners, we actually have a monkey in here. It's crazy, right? It sounds just like it.
Right?
Okay. ¿Cómo se dice lick in Spanish?
Whale.
Lambiar.
Yeah, lamer. Right?
Come on, you already know I know that one.
Lamber, not lambiar.
Well, lambiar.
It's lamer. Yeah.
Lamer. Yeah.
They give it to him.
Okay.
It's close enough.
For
Close
our
enough.
listeners. For our listeners.
Not the ASMR. Not the ASMR. Okay. ¿Cómo se dice parsley in Spanish?
Parsley.
Parsley.
Parsley. My mom. I'm trying to think. My mom.
No
Tráeme el. Mua!
A ver,
Prima
a ver.
Vane.
Is it royal?
No.
No, that's like flour.
A ver, Erinosau.
Parcele.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's come on through.
Pásale. No.
Pásenle sin pena.
How do you say it?
Perejil.
No. What'd you call me? No, just kidding.
Perejil.
A ver.
All right, entonces ahorita van 1-0 ganando Prima
1-0.
Vane.
Entonces todavía tienes chance.
Whoever gets the 3 points wins.
Okay. ¿Cómo se dice link in Spanish?
No.
Oh,
Link.
this one's good.
Link.
Yeah, like
Oh.
monkey.
Enlace.
Yeah!
El link.
El link. En inglés es link. En español es
El link.
Con acento.
There it is. Last one. The tiebreaker.
Oh,
Yo
okay, this
Sabo
one.
the game. Tiebreaker. Here we go.
Another one because you're in the business, okay?
Another one.
¿Cómo se dice download in Spanish?
Monkey Eddie.
Bajar.
That's
No,
like
that's down.
We're looking for more technical.
Prima Vane.
Descarga.
Yeah, let's go.
Prima Vane es la campeona.
Wow. She got it. That's good. That's
Right
good.
now.
I'm preaching.
That just shows that you work in the industry. Link, I don't think anybody has gotten Link so far.
Enlace.
Enlace.
That's awesome. That's so much
good.
fun.
That's
Yeah,
good.
that was a good one.
And don't forget, I think we always forget to do this, but we also have, prueba times, which are like Latino trivia. We have chocolate challenges that make the family, break out of their comfort zone, do all of that stuff. A ver, súbele a esa canción, güey. Have a caballo dorado face off with another person to see who's the last one standing.
Dude,
Oh,
that's
dope.
my favorite
That's
thing.
what
I'm
we
like,
do.
you're truly invited to the carne asada if you
Hell
could
yeah.
dance the fast one.
Yeah. And low key, it takes my breath away though. Like when I'm there, I'm like, damn, I worked out right now.
Yeah, do it before you eat the pozole. Hey, well, thank you so much, Carlos y Jessica, the creators of Yo Sabo the game.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for creating such a special game for our listeners and our familias en general.
Yes.
To be able to come together, have fun, laugh, and learn español y también inglés. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you go to yosabothegame.com y también síganos en las redes sociales. What's the handle?
Oh yeah, it's Yosabo_the game on all social media platforms.
Hey.
You can also purchase it on Amazon. Just look it up as Yo Sabo the game. Shoboy Show. Let's go.
Bye.
Follow us at Shoboy Show. SHOBOY Show.